12 right here on 657 AM. I'm excited. Usis Enika is like, hi, Sbo, ukhohle someone. I did. I will be talking to Johan Ilof very soon, and we're talking about Abu. Abu is an organization that does counseling, and they also have an institution there. So we'll be talking to him. I can't wait. But right now, sivakashelwe bandla e-radio pulpit after many years. Skim Sam is in the house. I call him Skim Sam.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the other side. Tumelo Matlala.
Oh,
Hi, Your Excellency. Sawubona.
Sanbona.
How are you?
I'm good, my skim saka grand wet.
Anki Grand.
Hey, man.
Now I love. You're not alone. You have some beautiful people in there with you.
Yeah, I'm with my family here.
Yeah.
My daughter, my firstborn daughter.
Yeah,
and
we
my-
see
my
she has
last
she
son.
holds the camera the other side.
Yeah, she's basically busy there, but with the content.
It's what we call content.
Oshapa content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here. I'm blessed. Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful. By the grace of God, we still meet in good terms.
Yeah, tell us about what's happening in your life because hey, sikubona kumabonakude. We only see you on TV now.
It's been years, and it all started here. You know what you're seeing today? It's the grace of God. 18 years, exactly 18 years ago.
Is it already 18 years?
18 years ago, it's when
Skim.
everything started. I remember my first ever interview happened here at Radio Pulpit.
With who? With Kaleni, I think.
Yes,
or
with
with
Baba
Vusi.
Wami, with the late Sipho Kaleni,
So it
the
was.
legend.
Wait, were you with Vusi and Sipho Kaleni at
With
that
Vusi
moment?
and Sipho. That's why when I was in, I'm like, hey. It all started here, and it's, you know what, it's been a journey. God has been good, you know, from music to acting to directing shows. And now I would say it's a pause, but at the same time, it was that discovery. You know, there are things that were not happening right in my life. I would like to say that because it's a testimony.
Yeah.
And I needed to discover myself. You
Yeah.
know, I lost it at some point. The industry swallowed me a bit, not too much, a bit.
It does sometimes.
Yeah, it did swallow me a bit, and I lost my touch a bit. So
You need to come and share these with us.
I think let me be strong.
Yeah.
Because I made drastic decisions.
So are you like putting in the leg in for our next time?
Definitely. I have a huge testimony that I never.
That you need to share.
I broke a lot of 23 years of my life. There's a lot of things that happened in 23 years.
Yeah.
And that God helped me from now that I'm so happy. Like
Yeah.
I'm over the moon. My life has changed. It's like I'm a newborn baby.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Sim-
Vusi out there is like, so did you leave music?
No.
Tell us about that part about you.
actually never left music. It's just that I was doing music in the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
I was in a space of I was an artist more than a
A minister.
yeah, more than a minister. Mm-hmm. I was running into I want things must happen, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of
I want to be famous.
Yeah, I want to be famous.
Yeah.
I want to. And now that I got the fame, I realized that it's actually overrated.
Wow.
There's more. And
Wow.
more is basically finding God.
You remind me of one of the songs that Donnie McClurkin does, and he says, I thought I wanted fame, I wanted money.
Yeah.
Now that I have it all, I'm
And
like,
you realize
but
that-
you are the one that's missing.
Actually.
So you're the element that's missing
that's
in
the
all
element
of it.
that is missing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I mean, most people don't come, they really never reach that moment, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm at that space. And it's not just me with my family. Like, I'm at peace. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Everything, basically God is showing himself in my life like each and every day.
Yeah, we've
grateful.
seen you doing shows like Nyan Nyan. What is it that you took from there? I mean, you are meeting real life
Stories. Yeah,
stories.
It was
in
an
that.
experience.
Yeah, I
It taught me a
understand.
lot.
I understand the soapies.
Yeah.
More I see the soapies. But when it comes to the reality TV,
And
how did that impact your life?
I think that was one lesson that I take a long journey with in my life, you know, because I got to be behind the scene. what people see in 23 minutes, I had to
Yeah.
spend about 4-6 hours of shooting it
Sure.
and going to sit down.
And what about the preparation?
That's the thing, starting with preparation, pitching, and all those things.
Yeah.
And it was draining.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was learning a lot because I needed to deal with a huge content that is very heavy sometimes. That needed me to really pray more, and it taught me
So being a
many
man
things.
is not enough in that space.
It's tough. You need to pray.
Yeah, you need
know
God.
you need God because you're dealing with real matters and issues that sometimes you don't even have a solution for them. And sometimes you need to remember that you are born again. It's not just about the content that you need to bring on TV, but how
Also
do you go
saving
further?
the lives.
Yeah, how do you
Yes,
go
yes,
further
yes.
beyond just you getting the salary after all? So it was a journey that 8 years of journey that I was great.
Was it
grateful
8
for.
years?
Yeah, I did Nyan Nyan season 4, the first 4 seasons, and then left for 2 years, and then went after leaving Generations. Then I went back to do other 4 years, and then I did Speak Out, and then I did Culture Quest.
You
and then
did Speak Out.
Yeah, I was directing.
It's
Speak Out
another
for 2
reality.
seasons too. Reality is basically my specialty when it comes to directing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only drama that I haven't directed, but reality shows. It's been my journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I never knew Speak Out.
Speak Out and
Yeah,
Culture
I know.
Quest.
I'm sure when you got home, you needed to unwind.
A lot.
So you need a wife
lot.
and children that understand.
And luckily they prayer warriors and they into it. So it saved me a lot because I think if maybe I was in a space where they also not really connected to God, I was gonna swallow. My life was gonna be swallowed, honestly.
Yeah.
And
So they helped you to stay
They
grounded.
calmed me down.
Yeah.
They helped me to, and a lot of traveling on top of that. So I needed
you
that.
don't get to see them as much.
I needed that.
You know, you and I are talking because I said, come greet us.
Yeah. Now it's
So
getting
we
into
are
it.
summing up everything in 5 minutes.
No, I'm
So I
grateful.
can't wait for a testimony where you're going to come and share and open up. Now you acted a very nice part when we start seeing you on Durban Jan. Here you
Yeah.
are, Tumelo Matlala, and
That
his doctor. Doctor.
Dr. Skumbuzo
Yes,
Kumar,
yes.
SK.
And he is the guy in the place, and then
All of a
serial
sudden, he
killer.
changes.
How does that affect you as a person? I mean, you as a worshiper, because you're a worshiper. You're not just a musician, but you're called into that space.
True.
You have an open spirit.
True.
So when you have to now take a role, and then you become a serial killer in that space, how did that
Skim,
affect you?
you see that part of my life was
Sikbalekele.
yo. And when that one
It was
it
hectic.
took a lot from me on screen
Yeah.
and off screen because it started from preparation. I needed to do a lot of research. When I got the brief, when I had to sit down and really interpret what I need to do.
Yeah.
First I needed to do introspection. Do I do this? Because remember, I'm a gospel singer. I'm a born again Christian. How am I gonna? What are people gonna say?
Yes.
I need to smoke on TV. I need to do
Yes,
A, B, C, and
yes.
D. But then I remembered that everything that I do at the end of the day, I need to draw people to God. Number one. Number two, I need to be in spaces for me to draw people from God. I need to be there in that space and tell stories. And when people meet me in person, then we get to engage then in a deeper level.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had to go deep. And when I with these scenes,
Yeah.
I had to go deep because I was interpreting a story that it happens in everyday people's lives.
Yeah, they go
And
through abuse and then they
abuse,
turn
and
to
it's a
become.
serious thing in this country. So I had to get out a lot of emotion.
Also show
within
that
me.
the victim can become
The perpetrator
yes,
too.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are hurt, and hurt people most of the time if they don't get help. So I really needed to take out a lot of. I think it emotionally took a lot from me.
Yeah, so after we've seen you go Mzansi Magic, really nice guy all the time.
And then all of a sudden now I'm this guy who. So I needed to go deep on that one.
So, Skim, I need you to talk to those who are going into the drama school, those who are going into film, those who are going into music schools as well. Right now, we have our young people who are still at home. I passed TNG. Is it no? It used to be TNG. It's not TUT. I passed TUT today.
I passed there today. It's long.
Yeah, it was hectic. It was hectic. But we have those who are
I'm
going
up and down with my daughter because
of such cues.
Yeah, such
Yes.
cues.
So but there are those ones, like for example in TUT, we
Yeah.
have arts.
Yeah.
Just like others who'd go to what's that school again?
After
Avda and
yeah,
others,
yeah.
And they want to pursue this, but they
Yeah.
are in Christ.
Yes.
And they also want to portray Christ through their arts, be
Right.
it music, be it acting,
Right.
and all that. So, what would you say to them?
Look, the most important thing is to stay grounded.
Yeah.
And staying grounded, it's prayer, fasting, and basically reading the Word of God.
Yeah.
God doesn't work with he doesn't have limited time. Maybe let me just say God doesn't have time. And the danger of artists is that we panic and have anxiety to say, no, where's my next break? When is my
Yeah,
next
and
break?
I want it now.
And if I'm not mistaken, the book of John 15:8, if I'm not mistaken, it says, Uma ufuna mina nezwi lami lihleli kuwena. You can ask for anything and I will give it to you. Those who trust in the Lord, they're like Mount Zion. They will never be shaken.
Moved.
They will never be moved.
Yeah.
If you stick to God, and I maybe, okay, let me just put it down to the industry world. It's important to have what is needed for the so that you have knowledge of what is needed in the industry. Being you either go do short courses or you really study to do degree and stuff, or diploma, which is an advantage because then you can direct, you can be a writer, there's so many opportunities out there. But if you want to focus on maybe acting, you focus on drama and do the short course or what. But after that, understand the seasons.
Yeah.
Because this industry works with seasons.
Yeah.
This industry prepares you. Like you say, I started Kobo Mzansi Magic years back.
Yeah.
And I had to, now I'm in 18 years and that's when I'm reaping the fruits. And, now it's easier I do go to auditions, but I had sometimes most of the jobs
call
that
you.
I do.
You are headhunted.
Like this the week, I shot almost a movie and something at Showmax that is coming out.
Wow.
And I didn't audition
now on
for
Showmax.
both. Yeah, and I didn't audition for both.
Oh, that's awesome.
And mind you, last year probably I had one job. So yabona hore Modimo o sebetsa ka tsela e nngwe.
Now, because I know we don't have much time now. I have to say goodbye to you. But now I spoke to Fortune Zuma as well.
Yes.
And he mentioned that when he started at Vids, he was swallowed by
Yeah.
the industry. And so many people get swallowed in the industry. Even with gospel artists themselves.
Yeah.
They got swallowed. And then afterwards you're like, no, I gotta swim. And come out. So what is it that they need to expect when it comes to that part?
There's too much influence in this industry. And influence comes in different forms. You just choose who do you go with. And the influence comes with alcohol, with smoking, remember you get attention the minute you appear on screen. So a lot of people, you basically attract. You're like a magnet to a lot of things. So you're the one who chooses what comes closer to you. And you can never choose, because flesh always wants flesh.
Of
But
course.
God will help you through prayer.
So there's
He
a
will save you.
fight. So you literally feel the
You are
fight
in
between the
you are in
spirit and the
war.
flesh.
Believe me, you are in war, because the flesh wants what it wants. But when you Modimo hadlali man, when you pray about everything, you need to pray. Like I and I'm talking from experience. Everything, even if you see anymore, you pray about it. Whether you put alcohol and stuff, you pray, God, I want to leave this. God, I don't want to do this anymore. Because it can swallow you, right? So the only thing, God, you choose where you are. How's this if you are not involved in certain things?
Wow.
Just you need to know what you want in this industry.
Skim, keep moving forward. So when are you coming back?
Let's give it a month.
Okay.
I need to be stronger.
Okay.
I'm really deep into prayer, and
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so I need to be strong to talk about what I want to talk about, because it's really
so we should be ready.
Well, maybe I'll change some people's lives,
No,
in
not
terms
some.
of my
You'll
testimony.
change a lot of
I
people.
went through a very drastic change that I'm grateful for, because I never thought. I've been trying to get out of that challenge that I was facing.
But
And
look at
finally,
God.
has done it.
One thing that I've learned is that God allows certain things in our lives for
Yeah.
his own purposes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody will benefit from where you've been.
Definitely.
And you had to go through it. Nobody else had to go through it but you.
I needed to.
Yeah. So that you can point
So now
them to
I'm still in baby steps, so I don't want to crumble and
No, you won't.
So I just need to be strong about it, since I'm still in prayer and going through the journey. When I realize I'm strong, I'm definitely coming back. I think in a month.
All right.
Definitely.
So we'll be seeing you in a month.
Thank you.
So I want you to tell us about the song. I'm going to play out with your song.
Okay.
Uyithetha into eyenzeke.
Yay! I recorded that song after my wedding day, actually.
Oh.
The song is
when you were wearing what, the Xhosa attire?
Or the Pedi attire when they came to Joburg. When they brought to Makoti. When they brought to Makoti.
And you should come with the Makoti some other time so we can talk to both of you. So what about that song? Tell us a little bit more about
it. It simply says anything that God says he will do in your life, he will definitely do it.
So keep trust his word.
When he said he will do it, he will definitely.
So if you want to find out more about your music, about you, where do we go?
Everything, social media, Tumelo Matlala. Well, it's only Facebook where it's Tumelo Believer Matlala.
Yeah.
But Instagram, Tumelo Matlala. Facebook, Tumelo Matlala. Spotify, if you want my music, it's Tumelo Matlala.
Yeah. Is it only on Spotify? On
all digital, actually. Sorry.
All right.
Everywhere.
I'm going to hold you to your word. In a month's time, you better be here.
I'm coming back. First week of March, probably I'll be here.
All righty then.
Definitely.
All of God's best in all that you do. May he keep on blessing the work of your hands and blessing you and your family.
Thank
all
you
of
so
the
much.
best with your daughter.
Yeah,
with the Qs.
She's now coming to. Aviation school is ready for her.
Yeah. So is pilot?
She wants to be a pilot. So we're starting that journey now.
And you should come back and tell us about that, right? Okay. All right. In the background, Uyithetha into eyenzeke, and that is Tumelo Matlala as we say goodbye to him and all of God's best.
Thank you.